Hi all, and welcome to this Module 2 discussion thread recap video. First, I want to make note that I'm actually using Office Mix, which was an add-on for PowerPoint. If you are still able to somehow get Office Mix, it is a great screencasting tool. It is a fantastic slide recording tool, and just really useful add-on for PowerPoint. Microsoft discontinued it. They will kind of put some of those things into some of the updates for 2016 PowerPoint, but I would highly encourage you to try to find that somewhere else if you can get it. So we're going to go through kind of PowerPoint style, the 3 different questions that you guys had to answer in Module 2. I'll put in my 2 cents, and then I'll talk a little bit about Module 3. For the AASL Standards Framework question, I really enjoyed how you guys took some of the bigger picture words and kind of discussed how each one of those 2 sets of standards really accompanied that. Cindy talked about digital citizenship and how both dealt with create engaged digital citizenships specifically in regards to copyright. Huge issues in our job. ISTE and the AASL obviously want us to think about the type of learners, the type of students that we're sending out into the world digitally. Aaron talked about independent learning and getting students to be looking for themselves to answer those questions. Where do they go? Various projects in his class he talked about. He gives them choice, problem-solving skills, personal learning experiences, but that independent learning really being important for students to be engaged and motivated. Grace talked about global learning, group work, connecting with the world, acceptance, and our world's gotten a lot smaller since technology has really allowed it to get much smaller. So the standards have started to address that and to really look at those ideas. So overall, I was very happy with this thread. It was one of the first ones that really took off for Module 2. And it's great to see how you guys are starting to look at all these standards and apply them to the different projects and what you're doing. For the digital storytelling thread, many of you guys did very well with the pros and the cons, talking about where you would do it, talking about how Bloom's digital taxonomy worked and kind of went in there. Jane talked about people being more engaged, that they're creating content. Some of the cons was the extra time or being off task. She talked about in her media campaign having historic timelines, but I really picked up on the idea of creation. I think of Web 2.0 really means creating something using those tools, that you are the end user who creates something new from that. That's really important when I think of a really good Web 2.0 tool. Steph talked about pros being higher level thinking skills, various forms. It's fun. It can be any subject. It can be multimedia. Cons being time consuming, group members, limited tech or tech issues. I think about my school gaining more and more laptops from time to time, and as we kind of grow towards that, more students are able to access different tools, build, create things, and access those higher level thinking skills that are really going to be engaging them for what they want to do. Screencasting, Jenna talked about kind of developing a professional development like lessons for teachers. She also shared 2 additional articles that were really great. Using screencasting for database training, website tours, concept mastery, intros to lessons, library functions. In reality, I think the majority of you saw that screencasting really allows for a level of not necessarily always teaching, but a reteaching, or a place where students can go and look at something to learn it, and they can look at it again and look at it again, or they could look at half of it and pause it and then watch the rest of it. So screencasting and that videos that we can create with that have really become sort of a game changer. Amanda talked about using a screencast for her class with Dreambox and how to use that. She found a blog that was great, screencast for reading, sending it home to parents. Monique talked about giving a lesson through video, that is a teacher blog, makeup work, showing parents again, and really that idea of communicating with someone through a video, through your voice, through the steps, through what you've created, can be a really powerful teaching technique. I've been really proud of your Module 2 projects and the digital teaching that you guys have did. And it should be shared. It should be tweeted out. You should send it out with your Twitter. Take a look at this. And I think that's where we can start building that professional learning network that we really talk about in Module 3. The things that you can create and share and showcase that become part of your teaching, you could share with others and hopefully it becomes part of their teaching. Overall, we're more than halfway through now. Hopefully everyone's getting their original posts done by tonight. You need at least 2 done by tonight. And hopefully, if you have questions, please ask me, send me an email, and I will try to help you as best I can. Again, it's great to see how hard you all are working, and keep it up.